Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, good day to you, depending where you are in the world. I'm in London doing the nighttime devotion from the devotional Christ Triumphant. The title today, The Grave Cannot Hold God's Sleeping Saints. Deuteronomy 34 verse 5. So Moses, the servant of the Lord, died there in the land of Moab, according to the word of the Lord. After sin entered the world, Eden had been caught up from the earth, for God would not suffer it to feel the marks of the curse. As Moses beheld that lovely garden in vision, an expression of joy came over his countenance. But the servant of God was carried still farther. He saw the earth purified by fire and cleansed from every vestige of sin, every mark of the curse, and renovated and given to the saints to possess forever and ever. He saw the kingdoms of the earth given to the saints of the Most High. In the new earth, the prophecies that the Jews applied to the first advent of the Christ will be fulfilled. The saints will then be redeemed and made immortal. Upon their heads will be crowns of immortality, and joy and glory will be pictured on their countenances, which will reflect the image of their Redeemer. Moses saw the land of Canaan as it will appear when it becomes the home of the saints. John the Revelator was given a review of the same land, and of which he wrote, I saw a new heaven and a new earth, for the first heaven and the first earth were passed away, and there was no more sea. And I, John, saw the holy city, the new Jerusalem, coming down from God out of heaven, prepared as a bride adorned for her husband. And I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, Behold, the tabernacle of God is with men, and he will dwell with them, and they will be his people, and God himself shall be with them and be their God. As Moses beheld this scene, joy and triumph were expressed in their countenance. Joy and triumph were expressed in his countenance, Moses. He could understand the force of all that the angels revealed to him. He took in the whole scene as it was presented before him. His mind was firm, his intellect clear. His strength was unabated, his eyes were undimmed. Then he closed his eyes in death, and the angels of God buried him in the mount. And there he slept. But it was not long before Christ came to raise Moses to life. As he stood by the grave and bade him come forth, Satan stood by his side saying, I have control over him. I tempted him and he yielded. Even Moses was not able to keep God's law. He has transgressed and has placed himself on my side of the controversy. He appropriated to himself the glory that belonged to God. He is my property. For by his sin, he's placed himself in my dominion and in my power. The grave cannot hold God's sleeping saints. So it ended with Moses dying, being buried, and then Jesus raising him from the dead, and then the devil claiming Moses as his because he transgressed. I don't know if you know what happened, but I'm not going to say because it probably says it in the next devotion. But the fact that, if you think about it, when Jesus appeared, when Jesus went up the mount with James, John and Peter, and who appeared to him must have been out, what, Elijah and Moses. So, who do you think won that battle over the body of Moses or the soul of Moses? But we're talking about the New Jerusalem, when the earth is made new, heavens. John wrote about it and Moses. And it'll be made new for us, well, for the saints, hopefully us. We will inhabit it, we will look after it, maintain it. Much like Adam and Eve were doing in the Garden of Eden. It will be like the Garden of Eden all over again. There'll be no sea. Won't need to rain, because it'll be just as it was then. The dew will rise from the ground and just water all the flowers and everything, vegetation, everything that's needed. Won't need any sun or moon because there won't be any night time. It'll be continual daylight, continual existence. And there'll be the saints, Moses, Abraham, and all the others, Elijah, Elisha, you name it, they'll all be there. See you there.